Hello and welcome to the Dark Wolf's Den Show, your home for the paranormal, politics, and much, much more, exclusively on Censored Freedom Network. Now, here is your host, Jerry the Dark Wolf Hicks.
Thank you, Roger. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, I am Jerry Hicks, also known as the Dark Wolf, and welcome to the Dark Wolf's Den Show. Of course, for those that don't know, this is not a brand new show. This is a brand new season. I have been doing the Dark Wolf's Den Show for going on 5 years now. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. For those that don't know, I've done this over on the Rippin' Common Sense Radio Network for the last 4 years. I've also been a paranormal investigator for 30 plus years of my life, so there's a large variety of things that we're going to be covering on this show. If you're into political stuff, we've got the stuff for you. If you're into the paranormal stuff, we've got something for you. And if you're into conspiracies, we got you covered too. That's right. Make sure that you follow, like, subscribe, share, all of that fun stuff, ladies and gentlemen. We would love to have you guys along for the ride. And a ride it is going to be, ladies and gentlemen. We've got an incredible 4 years starting today. As everybody knows, the great Donald J. Trump has taken back the presidency of the United States of America officially as of today, January 20th, 2025. And I have been very involved in politics for the last 4 years heavily. And I was like most people before and really didn't care a whole lot for what went on in Washington, for the political sphere. That was just something I didn't have time for, wasn't worried about, and one of the biggest mistakes that I made. Why? Because it should matter to every single person in this country what is going on in the political sphere. I know that is a heck of a statement, but I am dead serious. And the reason being, if you notice, ladies and gentlemen, 4 years ago, you were able to, 5 years ago, I should say, you were able to comfortably live your life, pay your bills, and do everything that you wanted to do. However, in this day and age, in today's world, it is hard to barely make ends meet, let alone enjoy life, right? I'm having an issue paying bills every month, right? Just to make ends meet. Now, I'm not saying I'm not doing it. I'm saying it is a struggle to eat food every day and pay bills and do everything I've got to do, right? And I know I'm not the only one like that. I don't say that because I'm complaining. I say that because I know that there's a lot of you out there in the same boat that I am. And you know what changed between 5 years ago and 4 years ago? One thing. The President of the United States of America, folks. And that is the main reason it is very, very important that you absolutely get involved, or at least know what is going on in the political sphere. Though it's not your fault usually, I would say to Joe Normie anyway, to be confused by this, as the mainstream media has done its best to lie to you and confuse you to the best of its ability. And ladies and gentlemen, even if it is mainstream media, at least know what is going on, right? It might be lies, but at least you'll have a better idea than not having any idea at all, right? Then you'll be able to see one way and hopefully the other eventually. Strong again. That's right, Trump. We will make America strong again. I didn't realize I had some audio cuts down here. That could not have been timed any better, ladies and gentlemen. And we are going to make America strong again. Every single one of us working together as Americans to do the best that we can. And like I said earlier, ladies and gentlemen, Trump took office today. And this is going to be so amazing for this country. And another reason that one should be involved in politics, at least to a degree of knowing what is going on, is for the simple fact, ladies and gentlemen, that if we let our elected representatives run freely and do what they want, they forget that they're elected representatives and start to think that they are king-like leaders and they dictate what we do, which is not the case. And we end up losing some of our rights at times if we're not careful. So once again, it is absolutely imperative that we at least have an idea of what's going on in the political sphere. I urge you, no matter who you hear it from, no matter what they say, whether it's the mainstream media or whether it's out of my mouth, please do your own research. Please do your own research. I cannot repeat that enough. But ladies and gentlemen, like I said, today is a historic day. That's right, it is a day of celebration in this great land as Donald J. Trump takes office again as the 47th President of the United States of America. And one of the first things that he did, folks, was to release the J6 hostages. That's right, the ones that have been held in the gulags for 4 years in D.C., tortured and given unfair trials, kangaroo court trials, people who may or may not have done anything wrong. And even the degree and severity of which they did still is being over-punished when you look at other punishments in this country. As Trump pointed out today, murderers get less time than the people who were at J6 have got. It was an absolute setup from the word go. We know this. We know the J6 was nothing more than a how do I say this because I want to put this on YouTube? A operation of another flag. How about we go there? A operation of a fake flag. And hopefully you guys get that without me getting banned on YouTube. I think I made that pretty evident. But ladies and gentlemen, it is being reported that Trump has pardoned 1,500. It says about 1,500. So somebody's going to come back and go, no, it was 1,470 some odd. It says he has pardoned about 1,500 people from J6 defendants and commuted 6 sentences. That is incredible, folks. That is absolutely amazing, in my opinion. Because these are people who are being unlawfully, unrightly held under under the Patriot Act, where you don't even have to be considered a citizen anymore. That's something else that should be absolutely repealed, ladies and gentlemen. That and the Smith-Mundt Act. If there were 2 things that I could ask Trump to do today, it would be repeal the Smith-Mundt Act and repeal the Patriot Act, because the Patriot Act is the most non-patriot thing I have ever heard of in my entire life. Now, there's all kind of news, of course, about different things that Trump said he's going to do. I did see a clip where he was signing executive orders, and he was asked about the drones. Remember, he said we would find out about the drones on day 2. He has asked somebody to look into it. He did that on camera. Is the only way I know that. We'll find out if we find out anything. I would like to think that Trump would just come out and be absolutely honest with us about what's going on. He acted like he didn't quite know. I don't buy that for a second, folks. I don't buy it for a half a second. Trump knows something, and he's not said it yet. I personally cannot wait to hear what he's going to say about the drone situation. What do you guys think they are? I know we've talked about it a number of times over on Censored Freedom, whether it is China or Russia or America or even of this earth, right? There's still no telling at this moment because we've not got any definitive answers of what these are. Now, personally, I know the videos I've seen. If another country has this technology, America is in trouble. We're in trouble big time, folks. If another country has the technology, they can shoot drones down, work in absolute plasma, radar airspaces, all they want, even in a no-fly zone. That's right, the no-fly zone that's been set up in New Jersey for the last month has been absolutely negated by things every single night. These aren't teenagers, folks. These are not teenagers with commercial Walmart drones. These are super-sized drones, and these are orbs. These are objects that are not normal. And I know some of you disagree with me, and that's quite okay. Because there's no definitive answer yet. We don't know. I wish I knew the answer to this. I'm speculating, right? Just based on what I've seen that could or could not be AI. Let's be honest. Don't trust everything you see nowadays, ladies and gentlemen. The screen I'm using behind me, I typed in 2 sentences into an AI image maker, and I got this. And this is pretty darn cool if you ask me, right? This screen is friggin' excellent, and this yards. I remember a time when it could not do letters. That was what, 6 months ago? Maybe a year ago? So be careful to trust everything you see and half of what you hear, right? So we don't even know if the orb videos were AI. Of course, I don't believe they were. I personally don't, just by the reactions of the people in the videos and the fact that they were clearly, some of them shot on a cell phone. Not to say you couldn't manipulate those, right? But I want to know what the drones are. I want to know what is going on in our skies. And the thing is, it's not just our skies, ladies and gentlemen. This is in UK. This is in Australia. This is in the EU. This is all around the world. I'd bet money it's in China and Japan too. I haven't heard reports out of that, but that doesn't mean a lot, right? I'd be willing to bet it's happening in Russia. They're not going to report it to us if it is. And they're going to stop us from hearing about it on places like TikTok, ladies and gentlemen. That is one thing I don't understand with Trump's TikTok ban, that he's now begging to reverse. That was a weird play, in my opinion. But I can't help but wonder if it wasn't for the purpose of stopping people from discussing what's really going on. And the reason I've jumped on that train is the fact that there's the apps like Red Note, folks. If you haven't heard, this app literally gives all of your data freely to the CCP regardless. If it's on your phone, they get access. And the CCP is communist. You don't want to be giving them your data, right? So that's Red Note. That's not even TikTok, right? And that I can go download right now over on the App Store. It's all in Mandarin. I couldn't read or understand it, which really blows my mind that Americans even took the chance to do that. I don't know why. I shouldn't be surprised. These are Americans we're talking about. Taking chances is what we do for fun. We take 5 chances before we eat breakfast, usually, right? Okay, maybe I'm being a bit facetious. Is that just me? Maybe that's just me. Anyways, folks. Like I said, we're going to talk about a couple things. If the drones are aliens, right? Would it really be that big a surprise? Are aliens even paranormal anymore? I don't know. I don't think they are. I mean, think about it. Congress straight out said aliens exist without question, with a straight face, and was not making fun of us. And America went, okay. Folks, aliens I don't think are paranormal no more. I don't think that could even be classified anymore as supernatural or paranormal, right? It's natural, and it seems to be pretty normal in this country. At least as of recent, or even across the world as of recent. Are they perhaps here to, let themselves be known that we're not alone in the galaxy? I don't know. Maybe there's nothing out there. Maybe this is another country. Maybe the aliens are interdimensional. Now, I know that one, to a lot of people, sounds goofy. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I'm not opposed to the idea. Anything interdimensional would be, by definition, alien, right? I mean, right or wrong. So maybe it is interdimensional. If it is interdimensional, that would mean so much, right? Especially when it comes to other paranormal topics, the Mandela effect. For those that don't know, I am the father of the International Mandela Effect Conference and one of the 4 founders of the International Mandela Effect Conference. For those that don't know, the International Mandela Effect Conference is a 501c3 organization. We put on conferences around the world, of course, to educate the public and to do research upon the Mandela effect, of course, which is a strange phenomenon. If you don't know what that is, definitely go look that up. As a matter of fact, the best place I would go to look that up would be imec.world, imec.world. That is our official website, of course. We're also over on YouTube, ladies and gentlemen. We have some surveys, running over on YouTube at the moment. We have a survey questioning where the next conference could be held. That's right. Where would you like to see the next International Mandela Effect Conference be held? It's been held in Connecticut. It's been held in Sun Valley, Idaho. It's been held in Nashville, Tennessee, ladies and gentlemen. And there's so many more places across the world. We've got a list of places that have been suggested by you, at least those that already know what IMEC is. And the community is going to choose where the next place is. And you can do that once again by going to the International Mandela Effect Conference YouTube page. We're also releasing the videos from the 2024 conference every day. There's been a new video going up, and there should be about another 2 weeks or so left of videos. So make sure you check that out. Also, we have one more survey running over there. If you wouldn't mind giving us your thoughts on the Golden Mandy. That's right. This is an award that we give out as the International Mandela Effect Conference to people who have been furthering the conversation of the Mandela Effect. So far, we have All-Time Scary. We have Art of Kicks. I always see his name as Afro Kicks. I know that's bad, but when I just glance at it, until I looked real close, I didn't even realize that it said art. So, but he's been doing a lot of Mandela Effect content. Shout out to you, bud, and anybody out there doing content like that. Also, C3PO's Golden Calf is on the list, and I feel like there was another a person on there. It was Arctic Kicks, C3PO, All-Time Scary. Oh man, why can I not think? And there was a 4th one on there. Why can I not think of it? Well, you know what I can do? I can actually just go over here to the International Mandela Effect Conference, and I can tell you what the selections are for the Golden Mandy. I know I should know this information, but folks, I was not prepared for this show as well as I'd like to be. Of course, this being the first show back for the season, I'm a little rusty. We kind of took some time off. So let's see here. We have Art of Kicks, All-Time, American Alchemy, and C3PO's Golden Calf. So make sure you go over there, cast your vote for who should win the Golden Mandy, and also cast your vote for where we should hold the next Mandela Effect Conference if you're interested in that topic. Folks, this show is going to be a daily show, so do make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, ring that bell, because we're going to be coming back and doing this every single day, ladies and gentlemen. I've got to get used to working with this camera setup that I'm working with right now. It's kind of new to me as doing a single creation show. You can find our work also. We are connected to the Censored Freedom Network. I'll get the words out of my mouth eventually. You can see up here in the corner, in the top corner next to me here, the Censored Freedom Network logo. You can also find us over on Twitter on Twitter. I will get the pointing right in just a moment. On Fanbase, where I'm actually got an open room while I record. It looks like I'm the only one that's going to be hanging out in here, but I do have an open room while I'm recording over here on Fanbase. We're also going to put this up on YouTube on the DWD show too. We'll see how well that operates. And when I say 2, I mean like the number 2, the DWD show 2. So we're over on Rumble, ladies and gentlemen, the Dark Wolf's Den show. Do check us out across all these platforms, folks. We'd really, really appreciate your support. Once again, we're going to try to do these shows every day. I have set a goal, folks. I have set a goal to do 1 video a day every day for 1 year. So January 20th of next year, I will have hit my year mark. So we'll see if we can do this goal. We'll see if life permits us to carry out this goal, or as long as we can at least. Folks, it has been an absolute pleasure. I am so glad to be back with you guys. I look forward to many, many, many more adventures to come, ladies and gentlemen. With that said, my name is Jerry Hicks, also known as the Dark Wolf. And this has been another brand new episode of the Dark Wolf's Den Show. And we will talk to you guys again tomorrow. Bye, guys.